Delicious and James Charles issued an apology statement, but is it just performative? Actor Ta's launching some new blushes, and is it causing major controversy online? Is Tati Beauty launching another brand, and is it kind of questionable? And is this massive fragrance influencer causing some drama with Huda Beauty? Y'all, we have all that and more in this week's new makeup releases, so grab a snack, grab a drink, because it's about to get juicy.
Hi. I know this isn't really how I start my videos. Usually I'm very like preppy and cheery and just yay, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be filming, but this is a series that I love to do, and this is my first time at being alone since we had to say goodbye to our cat, and I just felt that it wouldn't be really good for my health to just be sitting around. The last couple of days have been extremely difficult for me. I had to make one of the most hardest decisions I've ever made in my entire life. And the amount of like guilt and loss and emptiness that I feel is incredibly overwhelming, because I have so many questions. I just have so much like, did I do the right thing? Did I make the right decision? Was it too soon? Was it too late? Like, I am just racked with so many questions, and I'm just filled with such pain that it's been very difficult. I could care less how I look right now. I'm lucky that I even put on makeup. I knew I couldn't sit around because Corey went back to work, and I couldn't just sit here because it's living in my head. Her day, that day is just like living in my head, and I just couldn't sit around and not do something. So I'm here. But just know this has been incredibly difficult for me. I will talk about it when I can. I just, I don't want to be filming. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't want to be filming. I knew I couldn't sit there and not do something. So that's why my makeup probably looks like shit. I tried filming. My makeup just looks so bad. I don't even care. I haven't even washed my hair in days. I'm lucky I'm even getting up. So, I'm here. So we're going to try to get through this video as best as I can. If I didn't do as much thorough research, it's just because I've just had so much going on in my life this past week, and Callie's unexpected loss was very, very, very hard on me. So I'm doing the best I can. And I just wanted to take a moment to just thank every single person who reached out. I saw you, and I felt your love, and I wanted to say thank you. So just know the videos that I have, I'm moving. I'm moving next week. Y'all, I'm moving next week, and I can't not film because the bills still have to get paid. So we're going to try to power through this video. So I do apologize. So for our top story, we have James Charles. So as you guys know, the last 2 weeks, I have been talking to you guys about the James Charles situation, how James Charles came online, belittled a Spirit airline person for reaching out, asking help for their GoFundMe, and he called them a lazy piece of shit who needs to just get off their ass and go get a job. And he received an extreme amount of backlash, and for good reason. Good reason. This is causing his cancellation is just beyond me, because he has been known to talk to minors, and how that is just something that people are okay with is just something I will never understand. I absolutely hate James Charles. I have for years, and the fact that people still follow him is just mind-boggling to me. But that's beside the point. The point is that he finally came online 2 weeks later to issue an apology statement, and this is what he had to say. I'm going to condense it down because it's a pretty long video, so I'm just going to kind of put in the important parts, but we'll definitely talk about it in just a second.
The video that I posted 2 weeks ago now about the Spirit Airlines situation was awful. That video was terrible, it was nasty, it was disrespectful, it was completely unnecessary, and seeing clips of it all over my For You page is embarrassing to say the least. There is no excuse for making that video, so I'm not going to sit down today and try to give you one. I fucked up, point blank period. When I initially posted that video, it was on my spam account, which for anybody that might not be familiar is basically my second page where every piece of content is me crashing out and yelling at the camera over any random topic. The videos are supposed to be relatable and funny, and I talk about things like the hantavirus cruise or parking tickets or the cost of guacamole, but nothing about that Spirit Airlines video was in line with that content at all. To be completely honest with you, don't know what I was going through that day that led to me or allowed me to be so triggered by an individual one-off message like that. And I really don't know what the hell went through my head to think it was appropriate in any way, shape, or form to make a piece of content about somebody reaching out asking for a helping hand at a vulnerable time. The intention behind that video was not to accuse anybody unemployed of being lazy, and it was also not to accuse any hardworking people of not working hard enough, but that is how the video came across, and I feel fucking terrible for contributing to those narratives. I know that when I post this video today, there will probably be comments of people saying, you know, James, you're only making this response because of the backlash, and I want you to know that is true. When I first posted this video, clearly I didn't see a problem with it. It embarrassingly did take people making videos and me getting hate comments and backlash to actually take a step back, put myself in check, and realize what I said here is not okay, and now I need to educate myself as to why. However, I'm well aware that an apology video and a couple of donations from my couch in LA are not enough. In the initial video, I made a comment of like, welcome to the real world, why don't you just go get another job? And I now realize that that is literally just not possible. Today, I'm going to be launching the Painted Project. This is a brand new organization that I'm working on building with my team with an initial personal contribution of $250,000. Every single cent of that is going to go directly towards helping people in need that have been affected by a crisis. Now, I will be transparent and say that launching something like this is not fast and it's not easy. It's fine. It's going to be a multi-year thing that I'm really looking forward to putting my all into, but we're starting off with 3 initial launch phases. I do want to make it really clear that I know launching this right now is probably going to look just as performative as making an apology video or sending out donations, and I have to be okay with that.
So after seeing that, I mean, literally, I rolled my eyes the entire time because to me, it absolutely is performative. 1000% performative. He even said in his apology video that he didn't see anything wrong with what he posted, and it wasn't until he got the backlash that he was like, oh yeah, oops, maybe you're right, that is messed up. I truly think that he stood by what he said, and the only reason why he's making an apology is because he lost millions of followers. Not enough in my freaking opinion, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but he literally stated that he's only doing this because of the backlash and because it's performative. And while he's trying to do something good by create a charity to do donations and give back, that should have been done a long time ago. Is that enough for me? Absolutely not, because he's done so much more in his past. He's literally proven that he is just a incredibly disgusting person in my opinion, and I don't think he should have the platform that he has. So for me, him posting this video, it did nothing to sway my opinion. And what's sad is a lot of people in the comment section they think that he's genuine, or like, oh, I don't care anyone says I love James. He's known to talk to children, to underage boys, to show himself to underage boys. That's okay? That's okay with you? I will never understand, but I saw this and immediately I rolled my eyes. I don't think that there's anything he can say or do to sway my opinion on him, and just seeing that just kind of further proves my point that he only did this apology because of backlash. Otherwise, he would have stood on his 10 toes and stood by exactly what he said. Up next, Pachter Ta is launching this brand new transition blush, and it has caused major controversy on the internet because there is a makeup artist called Makeup by Esther who has been known for her beautiful blush technique where she goes in and she blushes, from like here all the way up to her under eye, and she uses this really cool like concealer brightener technique and then uses different color blushes to really enhance it and to make everything seem seamless and all blend together. She's been known to do this for years on end. People have taken master classes with her. So when Pachter Ta announced that he was creating a product called the Transition Blush, people got really upset. She felt that he was piggybacking off of someone else's creation and taking something that belonged to somebody else. Now, this has been a very hot topic online because there's quite a few creators who are standing by Makeup Esther who are saying this is not right, this is not fair. How are you just going to steal another Black woman's technique and something that she's been known for and create and claim that this is your own, that no one else has ever done this? But then you also have other creators who are like, he didn't just create the transition blush. This has been around forever. So many other people are doing it. One person just can't claim it as their. It's just been this lot of back and forth. Let me show you.
I'm probably gonna get kicked off the PR list. Okay, you guys know we had to talk about this. Let's talk about what everybody in the beauty community is currently buzzing about from one of your resident blush queens and a pro makeup artist. Transition blush. And of course, the launch that everybody is talking about. First things first, I want to say that transition blush as a technique has been around for a very long time. Insert photos of Catherine Kwan. I think this is like 1989, 1990. Makeup is artistry. We're inspired by each other, by art, and the things that were once created before us. Insert a look of mine from 2022 using 2 separate blushes to create a blushy baby pink look. With that being said, there are absolutely artists who have become the face of certain techniques because they've mastered it to the point where it is absolutely perfection. Insert Painted by Esther. We all know her, we all love her, and she has worked so hard to coin and perfect this technique in a way that nobody else is able to achieve it in the way that she does, especially on women of color. There is no argument there. She has become the viral sensation of this specific technique. I think it's important as a fellow artist to give artists their credit when they're literally influencing beauty culture in real time. And that is exactly what's happening with Esther. Also, I think about my girl Lexi, who came up with mid-tone blushing a few years ago. Now, you guys know I love Patrick Tati Beauty. I've been working with them for a very long time, but it's my job as a creator to always be as honest with you as possible when it comes to launches. Do I think the product is pretty? Yeah. Gives that nice light transition look. So does this. Something I've had in my drawer for quite some time now. Makeup is always going to be inspired by other makeup and other artists' artistry. We're all kind of like reheating each other's nachos in a way, but there are just some artists that truly were at the forefront of making it viral, and I think it's important that we give them their props.
I'm sitting here getting ready and I have such a hot take on this whole like Patrick Ta controversy with his blush transition shades. I actually feel like I'm usually Switzerland and never participate in like any controversy just because I'm like, just because I have my own opinion, I don't necessarily need to hear everyone else's. But so many people are making it like a battle between like Painted by Esther and Patrick Ta with this whole blush thing. If you're new to the controversy, Patrick Ta just launched these blush transition things and I did a post on it. I actually loved them. Everyone's saying that he is just ripping off Painted by Esther and that he can't claim that he does the blush transition, which I'm like, I stalked his page, I did a deep dive, and his posts only go to 2023. He was doing the same blush technique in 2023 and like well before. I feel like Patrick Ta's always been known for blush, but same with Painted by Esther. Why can't both things be true at once? Just because this is something Patrick Ta is known for doesn't negate that that's also what Painted by Esther is known for. Like, why do we have to pit them against each other? And every time I feel like Patrick Ta launches something, someone has a problem with it. People are like, there's no need for this product, da, 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 da. And I'm like, if you don't like it and you don't want to use it, and you don't feel like this is a gap in your makeup routine, great.
So for me, I mean, obviously he knew who Makeup by Esther was. I just feel like there definitely could have been a really cool collaboration moment where he could have created this in collaboration with Makeup by Esther. I think it would have done so incredibly well. It would have given a nod to her creation, her technique, while also using his formula to create something really fun and beautiful at the same time. So I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that he stole her concept, her idea, or do you think that people are just reaching too far? Let me know in the comments below. Up next, Tati Beauty launches a kind of weird new brand. It's called Unfair Advantage, where she's launching her first product called Go-Go Juice, which is going to be an energy drink. Now, as someone who does drink energy drinks, I know you're not supposed to, but I do. She decided to kind of launch her own, and this is called the Unfair Advantage Go-Go Juice. The first flavor is called Sour Raspberry, and this says that this has no weird aftertaste, no fake sweetness, no nonsense, just real flavor with smooth energy that actually shows up when you need it. It has 75 milligrams of natural caffeine from guarana seed extract, the good stuff. No added sugar, no stevia, no artificial sweeteners or prebiotics, phytonutrients, and methylated vitamin B12. It has clean, focused energy without all the jitters. You're welcome. No fillers, no preservatives, no artificial color, gluten-free, vegan, keto-friendly. Go ahead, you've earned this. Now, here's the thing. When this actually first launched, it was actually $50, but because of all the backlash that she received, you can now buy the pack for $39.95, so it's $2 per pack. But she also decided to use AI. It's a really weird video. Now, I didn't do a lot of deep dive in this. I'm gonna be so for real. My beautiful friend Jen Love did a wonderful segment on her Makeup News Sunday. I will have her link down below if you guys want to see more information about the new Tati launch. She already has a dedicated YouTube video for it. She went and bought this herself. She's going to be doing a review on it and testing it different flavors. I personally don't know if that's something I want to try. 75 milligrams of natural caffeine. It's not a bad deal, but it's almost like having a can of soda or like a cup of coffee, because that's, I think, is how much it is in theirs. I usually drink Gorgie, is an energy brand. It's a drink that I usually drink this brand called Gorgie that you can find over on Amazon. And it has 150 grams of natural caffeine because it uses green tea extract to provide the, caffeine. And I love it. I don't get any jitters. I don't get the shakes. I don't get hungry. It makes me feel wonderful throughout the entire day. It also has B12, no preservatives, has thiamine in it. And I really enjoy that energy drink. And I don't know how far her 75 milligrams of caffeine would do for me personally, just because I do drink more. But I definitely am very curious what you guys think, because she launched a beauty brand launching really expensive brushes, and then her next step is to launch a energy drink. That's so weird. Have you guys ever seen her talk about energy drinks? I mean, I personally don't watch her anymore, so I don't really know if she still talks about energy drinks or she uses energy drinks. But I saw this and I thought this was just a really weird concept, especially that really weird AI video that she posted. Like, it looks so weird. The fact that she's supporting AI is just beyond me. She could have paid somebody to do this video for her. It's just a really weird thing. But like I said, I'm only touching the surface level of this. If you guys want to see a wonderful deep dive, please head on over to Jen Love. She did a beautiful deep dive on this. I just don't have within my mental capacity to dive any further. I just I'm hanging on by a thread, besties, and I'm just here to talk about the news and makeup to just a certain level, at least for today. And lastly, there is a huge fragrance content creator. His name is Daniel Reyes, and he recently reviewed the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake Intense perfume. Now, in his review, he said that it smelled like cherry fish. And it definitely caused some backlash, where Huda Beauty actually spoke up against him. I'm just going to play this little reel that I saw.
Guys, I just saw Daniel Renee's video.
Hold up. Why'd you do that, bro?
I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's just like this fragrance influencer.
Wow. What's
He basically was saying our fragrance smells like fish.
It's a very medicinal, feet, almost fishy smelling cherry.
Supposed to be in the campaign, and he was like following up with us so much. He was even willing to fight through the war to be in the campaign.
Boy, am I glad I didn't wind up having the scheduled time to go to the launch party, because man, would that have been fucking awkward.
And the reason why we didn't end up doing it with him is because we heard he was really problematic and he can be really salty. So I don't know if whether or not those things are true, but he said our fragrance smells like fish.
Between Midnight Sin and Huda Beauty, mama, we're raising the bar.
It smells nothing like fish. Live in the review saying it's $100 and it's steep. It's not $90 to $100, $79.
Ow.
Now, he's trying to defend himself, saying that, it is possible for people to have different scent profiles, that people can smell different things just depending on like what their nose structure or something. So he tried to explain why he smelled it the way he smelled it, that it is possible for people to smell different fragrances or different notes in a fragrance compared to somebody else. I personally don't take a lot of what he says. I personally take what he says with a grain of salt, just because I do know that he's one of those problematic like fragrance influencers that I just tend not to watch or follow. I'm also very particular on my scent, and I only get my scent. I only get like my scent recommendations usually from Leah, because she knows exactly what I like, and my wonderful friend Scott Moxie. I love him to death, and he also knows what I like. So I tend to get the recommendations, my recommendations from them. But I just want to know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he was doing that just to gain the attention, because he got exactly what he wanted? But do you guys think it was just a little bit too much, or do you think he was being honest in his review? Let me know in the comments below. But that, besties, is going to be it for today's top stories. Now we're going to dive into this week's new makeup releases. So up first, we have Glamlite. Glamlite just announced that they are doing a big 70% off, site-wide Memorial Day sale. I honestly forgot that tomorrow's Memorial Day. I just now realized that. She's doing a big 70% off Memorial Day sale. I don't know if code stacks. I highly doubt they do, given the fact that if everything's already like heavily discounted. I don't know if my code will apply, but you guys are always welcome to use the link. I'll have a link down below, and you guys can also try it as code Allie to maybe save an additional 15% off the already heavily discounted items down below. I will say I absolutely do love Glamlite, and I love the fact that she's doing a big blowout 70% off, like 30 to 70% off Memorial Day sale, and it just kind of depends on what you're looking at. If you guys get a chance and you guys see my favorite coffee creamers, my coffee lip kits on there, I highly recommend grabbing those while you guys can. Up next, Marc Jacobs Beauty has officially been unveiled to us. So you finally know what this collection is going to be coming out with. So they've been coming out with quite a few things. The first thing coming out with is the Born Star Cream to Powder Eyeshadow. These are going to retail for $29, and these are a buildable, long-lasting, waterproof cream to powder eyeshadow with a high pigmented color and a 14-hour crease-proof, smudge-proof wear. I have to say, The packaging on the old Marc Jacobs to me was very classy. It was very elegant. It felt like you were buying something luxurious. I saw this, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, what is About Face launching? Or what is Half Magic launching? That's the vibe that I got when I saw this particular launch right here. I was like, oh, they're definitely like launching something, right? Like, and then I had a look and I was like, oh, this is Marc Jacobs. I was like, oh, what an interesting take. Now, like I said, go watch Jen Love. She did, again, a wonderful deep dive on this segment right here. And she talked about how Coty is now the new brand of Marc Jacobs. And they've definitely been hurting financially. So this should be a really interesting take on how Marc Jacobs brand is going to do, whether it's going to improve them or not. I'm not entirely sure. Neither does she. I definitely might get my hands on a couple things. I don't know how much I would like this star powder, just because I am just kind of like, kind of kid-like, but it does seem like it's affordable. They're also launching the Joy Stick Cream Blush Stick for $35. This is a multi-use, lightweight, creamy blush with a buildable, long-lasting color, blendable, natural skin-like finish. It's going to come in 10 different shades. I saw that and I was like, oh, you guys know that that's, I don't know. It doesn't have the Marc Jacobs feel. I get that they're rebranding, they're coming out with something new, trying to be innovative, but it just doesn't have the same luxurious feel, at least in my opinion. So I don't know how excited I am about this particular blush. I think I might get one. I think I might get one of each just to try it out, but I don't really know. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be. Also launching the Heart on Soft Shine Lipstick for $34. The Legally Bronze Powder Bronzer for $42. Now that one is definitely catching my attention. This one definitely looks very much kind of something I'd be into, just because you guys know how much I love the Marc Jacobs Mega Bronzer. I am really curious to see if the formula has changed and if it's different. I'm definitely be testing that out for you guys. They're also launching the Lashes Volumizing Lengthening Panoramic Mascara for $29, and a Money Shot Multi-Use Illuminating Gel Highlighter for $29, a waterproof eyeliner for $26, and some concealers. Everything's gonna be available on the 28th on Marc Jacobs' website, but if you guys want to wait until the May 31st, it'll be available on the Sephora app, and they'll also be available everywhere starting June 1st. So this is one of the most, anticipated launches. I definitely expect things to sell out, potentially. I don't know. I'm really curious. I'm going to try to get one of each if I can. I'm not going to go crazy and buy everything because that's going to be way too much. But I definitely am kind of curious about this one. What do you guys think? Do you guys were excited about this new Marc Jacobs? I was for a long time, and then kind of seeing some of the products, I'm kind of like, oh, it's not giving the same vibe, but don't always judge a book by its cover. Up next, it looks like e.l.f. is launching some new lip products and a new addition to their Power Grip family. They'll be launching the Power Grip Rose Setting Spray. This is a refreshing, fine, brightening bi-phase setting spray infused with rose water, pink pearl for a glistening finish. And they're also launching a Mainstay lip marker for $5, and these come in 8 different shades. These are both products I'm going to pass on. You guys know that I don't like anything rose scented, I don't want anything glistening, and I don't like lip stains. So this is such an easy pass for me. Like I said earlier, I did talk about how Patrick Ta is launching some transition blushes. Now I do want to let you guys know that there are 3 different blushes that he's launching. He's launching the Liquid Transition Brightening Blush for $38, the Transition Blurring Blush Duo for $30, and a dual-ended blush brush for $40. I think like everything came out to like $107. It's gonna be launching on May 27th if you guys do want to check it out, and May 28th inside Sephora. I will say they do look really pretty. They're just a smaller version of his blushes, but I think honestly I'm gonna pass on this, especially because everybody online said that you guys can get the exact same thing with Juvia's Place, but for $20. So I'd rather go buy that than buy this. Up next, it looks like Laura Mercier is going to be launching a Secret Camouflage Custom Complex Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This is a palette with 3 full long wear water fade crease. Transfer-proof cream concealer, drives a natural matte finish that lasts all day. It's going to retail for $38 and it's come in various shades. I haven't tried Laura Mercier in so long, and you guys know that like brows and concealers are like my least favorite product. So for me, this is such an easy pass, but I do like the concept of it. I hope that it has a different type of formula in here. There's like a neutral, warm, and cool, so you have different undertones, but I don't really like concealers that apply like this, so this is such an easy pass for me. Up next, it looks like Khloe Kardashian has a new perfume launching. It's going to be the brand new XO Blue, and it's coming on the 14th, and that's literally all it says. There's no notes, no undertones. I will say the packaging looks really pretty, but that's literally all we know about this. So I did smell her other ones. I thought they smelled good, but I'm gonna pass on this one. Up next, looks like YSL is going to be launching some Soft Glow Cushion Foundation. It says this is going to be buildable medium coverage cushion foundation for all day soft glow finish. Leveraging advanced Korean cushion technology, the clutch features a non-achogenic formula that provides 24-hour hydration and built-in blender sponge for full face and precision application. It's going to come in 31 different shades and retail for $49. It actually going to be available on the 29th at Sephora, and I have to say, I like the concept of it. I know that L'Oreal's doing the same thing. They're also launching a cushion foundation. It's just that I noticed that over time they do tend to dry out, and I feel like they don't have nearly as much product as like a liquid foundation. And I like the concept. They can work, but I'm gonna pass. Next, it looks like e.l.f. is launching a new powder quad. Meet the brand new Set It Bright Powder Quad. This is a loose setting powder quad to color correct, brighten, and blur the look of skin while setting your makeup for a soft matte radiance. It's gonna retail for $12, and they have quite a few different shade ranges. So this is definitely a play on the Givenchy, and well, I mean, so many other brands do this, but I mean, it's almost like identical to the Givenchy loose prism setting powder. This is gonna be pass for me. I mean, oh my god, even the colors like look identical. A pass. I'm sure it might work nicely, and if you don't want to, you know, buy the Givenchy, you can definitely buy this one. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but definitely worth checking out if you guys are a fan. And never got your hands on Givenchy, maybe this one might work better. I don't know. Up next, it looks like NYX is launching a new Smushy SOS Hydrating Lip Mask. This is a day and night hydrating 12-hour lip care. This is a tinted high gloss finish. Continue wearable comfort with a super soft applicator in 8 different shades and scents. It just says it's coming soon. I will say, if it's squishy, I probably would have too much fun squishing it. I'd probably just be like squishy, 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 squishy. So, I mean, I love that NYX is really making a comeback right now. Everybody's like, you know, they have like, every time I go to like the drugstore, they're there all the time, and it's kind of seeing them kind of nice making a comeback. I've really started to really like I've been trying the products recently. I've really been falling back in love with them. So I might have to check this one out for sure. I don't think it'd be one that I would travel with just because it looks like it'd be a little bit too big, but I do like the concept of it. And finally, Natasha Denona officially announced their brand new tan palette. Now, my beautiful friend Leah was texting me days ago saying that she was able to buy this palette on the Natasha Denona website and was telling me how I could do it, but I honestly, I didn't do it because I had so many other things I was going through and going on that I just didn't do it. But she did officially announce the palette's gonna be coming to the Sephora app on May 29th and available on Natasha Denona on the 31st. If you guys do want to check this out, I don't know what the price point is. It doesn't say. It just says it's gonna have quite a few different formulas in here, and it's probably one of those palettes I will definitely probably end up getting my hands on. But that is it for this week's new makeup releases. I'm sorry, I was kind of just upset in the beginning. This has been a big struggle for me. I'm struggling sitting here right now. The ache that I feel is just very, 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 very intense, and I'm just trying to push through as best I can. So I didn't want to miss an upload because, you know, this is much as I love YouTube and this is a great escape for me, this is also my job, and I can't afford to not do it. And I just have so much to do within the last, you know, week and a half before we move, and yeah, it's been a lot. But I just wanted to thank you guys for the love you guys have given me, the grace that you guys have given me, and I'm so sorry if this video is just not the way that it's meant to be. My husband told me just to take off all week, and I said I can't just sit here. I can't. So, doing the best I can. But I just wanted to say I love you. So thank you guys so much for everything. If you guys want to unsubscribe after this, I completely understand. I completely understand. I would definitely, you know, recommend you guys go check out someone who has more energy and more just woo. You know what I mean? I would 1000% respect that. But for those who did stay, thank you so much for being here. If you guys want to like this video, you guys absolutely can. But if you don't, I also understand as well. And I just, you know, want to make a big thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are incredible. And then to each and every single one of you guys, just thank you for everything. I absolutely love you guys. So with that said, besties, I love you. And I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye.